Hey there, it's Petra here from BigIncomeParadise.com. And in this video, I would like to share with you how I plan my social media content and how you can do it too for a whole month ahead in 60 minutes or less. So let me just share my screen. And first of all, if you're watching this video on YouTube, but you prefer to read, I'm going to leave the link to my blog post below. So it's basically going to be the same. I explain in the blog post what I'm going to explain in this video. And this video is also going to be on this blog post. So first of all, you're going to have to choose your tool where you're going to create your content calendar. So it can be just a blank monthly calendar if you prefer to write it down, or you can use Trello or any other tool. So I'm using Trello, it's free. I have a calendar power up. So if that's what you want, choose that, okay? But I'm not going to show you in this video how to actually set all of this up because it would take too long. This video would be too long. So the first thing before we start putting in all of our content is you can go about this two ways. So first, you can choose the content types that you're going to create, and I'm going to leave the link to my blog post below because here I share 32 different types of social media posts that you can create. So you can first start with this. Okay, and if this overwhelms you, here's what you should do. Focus only on value, social proof, engaging content, and storytelling, okay? So go ahead and check this all out and then decide which content types you're gonna create. Or what you can do is before you start planning your content, you could go and check out, find different content ideas that you can just input into your content calendar or, write them down. So I'm going to show you how to first, just plan your themes or content types. So let's say you only want to focus on this because I don't want to overwhelm you, okay? So we have value, which can be in a form of text, video, or infographic. We have social proof, which are usually testimonials. And this is a must, okay? So get testimonials as fast as possible. Engaging content, which are questions, funny memes, GIFs, quotes, and so on. And storytelling, which can be through text or video. And for those of you who are, now thinking about, well, it's great that I can create content, but how am I supposed to sell if you didn't mention promotional content? Actually, you can sell through storytelling or through value. So you first share some value and then tell people, oh, by the way, if you want to learn more about this, you can go here, right? Or you can connect with me and we can schedule a call or something, right? Whatever you're selling. So what I want you to do is now choose your tool. Let's say in this case, we're going to use Trello. And let's say we're going to start on February 1st, which is on Tuesday. Before you start putting in your content ideas and content topics, okay, types, whatever, I want you to open up your analytics because you need to know on which days are the best, when do you get most engagement. If you just started out, you probably don't have anything in analytics, which is okay. You're just going to have to test and tweak and see analytics after 1 month or a couple of months, right? But if you do have some analytics, some information in there, check it out, because here's what a lot of people do. They just wing it with their content. But anything that you do in business has a strategy behind it. So in my case, usually Mondays and Tuesdays, I get the most engagement. So you might think, well, okay, then you're going to share engaging content on, let's say, Tuesday, right? No, that's wrong. I would share value or story. Why? Because that's when I get the most engagement. That's when I get most people in my, let's say, Facebook group who are checking out my content, right? So why would I share something engaging, which doesn't tell my audience who I am and so on and so on? Yeah, I can make them laugh, for example, but wouldn't it be better if I share something valuable, right? Let's just copy this, share something valuable, and make them see I am a go-to person, right? It's the same with you. Show them that you're a go-to person, that you're an expert in your niche. So you would share value on those days that you get the most eyeballs on your content. So that's that. Then Wednesday, we're just gonna input the topics that we're gonna, or the themes that we're gonna cover. So Tuesday, we have that. Wednesdays are, in my case, usually Wednesdays, they don't get that much engagement. So I would ask a question, let's say, so that I would boost up a little bit of engagement. Then Thursdays, I get a little bit more engagement. Usually I'm not gonna go and check out the analytics. Let's pretend that I'm checking it out, that this is how it goes. So Thursday, I would share a social proof or just testimonial. Let's put that in. Friday, usually those are the worst days in my Facebook group, because let's be honest, on Fridays, when you come from work, you just wanna, be with your family. So that's why engagement drops. But if you share something funny, your audience might engage. So funny meme or something. Then Saturday, usually Saturdays are not that, I don't get that much engagement. So let's say I would share a pool question, which is also engaging, but also if you do it strategically, you get to know your audience. And in this case, let's say we could ask our audience, what do you want to learn more about next? Or what is your biggest challenge when it comes to XYZ, right? Something in your niche. You can ask them that, create a pool question, see what they struggle with most, and then that's a very valuable feedback. So you get their feedback, what they want to learn more about, and those are your content ideas that you can use in the future weeks or months, right? So we have Saturday, and then Sunday we could share a story, because Sundays I usually get more engagement. And then let's say Monday, because we didn't start on Monday, because we started on 1st of February. Monday, what we can do is share value, but also sell. So we're gonna say value plus sell. So now I'm gonna stop here. You do that for a whole month ahead. Just put this in. Then you start searching for your content ideas if you still didn't, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that from 3 different places. But if you want to get more top places, I share 18 top places where to find amazing social media content ideas. So I'm going to leave the link to my blog post below the video, so you can check out multiple places. Now, let me show you those 3 top places. Obviously, Google. Why not use it for finding content ideas? So we need content for value, questions, testimonials, funny memes, pool questions. For storytelling, you already probably know what kind of stories you can share, because you know what you went through. And then value plus sell. So always when you're sharing value and selling something, or sharing story and then selling, always make sure that those 2 things come together. So that you're not sharing value about, I don't know, Pinterest marketing, but at the end you try to sell an email marketing course, right? So those two things have to be closely connected. So we need all of this. Let's use Google. So let's pretend we're in a social media niche, right? And let's say in my case, I sell social media content, right? Mostly it's around that topic. So social media content. So now what we get is a ton of ideas, right? Here's an ad. Here's a blog post. And here's where people, most entrepreneurs, skip, which you should not. You should never skip this part, because this is exactly what your audience is asking. And if you answer on a question that they're searching, then people will love you for that, right? Because that's exactly what your audience is typing in Google, right? Most of your audience, let's say 99.9% of your audience is using Google to find solutions. So what people ask about social media content is, what are the social media content types? Well, hello there. That's why I created the blog post, right? And I can talk about that. So what are the social media content types? We go back to our content calendar, and we can share that inside the value post. So we're just gonna copy this, paste it in here, and that's it, right? We have an idea. We're gonna later on go into this and create content, right? But not in this video. I'm not gonna share all of it because it would be too long. You just go back and create your content, right? If you want me to create a video where I teach you how to create content, let me know below. So there's one idea. You can go back and you can check out different questions that people ask. You can even open up. So just click here and maybe on the next one and the next one, and see how many questions you have. So there's a ton of questions that you can create content around. There are a ton of blog posts that you can use. Do not copy and paste, okay? You can just use, let's say, the top 12 types of social media content to create. You can copy this, paste it in the area where you're saving content ideas, but then change the title, change everything, okay? Do not copy and paste and use it as your own. These are just ideas. So copy this, save it somewhere, or go back here, and like we shared this in here, we could also share another idea here. Didn't I copy this? Let's see. Copy. Okay, so we have two ideas here. We can decide what we're going to talk about, even though those are two same topics, right? Then questions. Okay, we can also go back and see what kind of questions people are asking, and we can ask our audience, you know, what is content for media? Okay, that's not the best one, but I just came up with another question that you can ask, like, do you think social media content strategy is important, right? Simple question. You can ask them, and then they can say yes, no, and you can also add why. You know, why yes or why no, it's not, right? So we have basically two content ideas done. Testimonials, you already have testimonials, right? Or if you don't, try and get them as fast as possible, so you already know what you're going to talk about. In here, funny memes. Okay, you can again use, you know, you can again use Google. So social media content funny, and maybe you can find something funny under images. And let's see if it's going to open up. And then you can find if there's something funny, you can recreate it, or if someone created it and they already have their logo on, do not cut the logo out and make it your own image, okay? Do not ever do that, because every single person who's creating graphics and all of the content and stuff like that, we put a lot of effort in. So if we create a graphic, do not cut the logo out, right? That's a big no-no. So you can use Google, you know how to use it. Just make sure that you always use, so let's go back to that part, come on. Always use this part, because a lot of people don't use it. It's free. It will exactly tell you what people are asking about. Then the next is Pinterest. You can follow me. You can find me on Pinterest, Big Income Paradise. You can follow me there if you want to. Let me just move myself a little bit. So you can search for your industry. So let's say in this case, weight loss. We're just gonna find something else. And by the way, you're gonna have to set up to all pins here. So you can find many different ideas. So weight loss meals, weight loss plans, weight loss drinks. You can use all of those keywords and create content around there, that topic. You can see what people are actually creating, what kind of blog posts, excuse me, what kind of videos they create, what kind of titles they are creating and stuff like that. So you can use all of this. So let's say weight loss drinks, and you can find a ton of content ideas inside there. So let's go social media content. And we can find steps to introduce your business on Instagram. You can talk about that. So you could go back and let's see, testimonials, funny memes, pool questions. You could ask a pool question. Do you want to learn how to, let's say in this case, promote your business on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, right? And then you can add yes, no, or something else. You know, they can choose from multiple options if they want to learn that, if not, or whatever, you know. And we have a pool question done. Storytelling. So now you're going to have to think about your stories. You know, what kind of stories can you share? So I'm going to show you another place that's called Quora, where you can find content ideas. So let's say social media content. Let's see what people are asking. Let's go under questions. And let's see, what's the best way to generate content for social media? Do you have experience with that? For example, I know how to generate content or where to find ideas and la-di-da-di-da. Can I talk about that? Can I talk about my story, how I struggled first with content, and then how now it makes it so easy. I make it so easy. The only problem that I have now is, oh my God, I have so many options. What should I post? Because I'm overwhelmed with so many content ideas, right? So I can share that, right? So story, how I struggled with content creation, let's say. And then also what I did to solve that problem. And, you know, I can share a whole story around that, right? And then we have only one left, value plus sell. So we can go back to Quora, find something else. Let's say, do you need a social media content calendar? I'm selling a content calendar. By the way, the link is going to be down below. It's actually a bundle of content, so you can get it if you want to. So we can copy that. We can share this here. Do you need a social media content calendar? So you can share value, why you need a content calendar, how it's going to help you, and so on. And then you can tell people, hey, I created a social media content calendar. here's the link to it, right? So plus sell the content calendar. So we have a plan for a whole week while I was talking and sharing a bunch of knowledge and value here. And we created this in like 20 minutes or something like that. I usually create all of this in about an hour or even less, because I already know what I want to share, when I want to share it, and so on. And I have a bunch of content ideas on the side. So that's why I always recommend that you use at least, Google, Pinterest, and Quora to find content ideas, to save them in one place, and then use them when you're planning your content, okay? Because that's going to save you a ton of time. Now, while we're talking about saving time, I also want to show you what I use to save time and create content. So you already know Canva is the tool, the must-have tool, I would say. So if you have a Canva Pro account or not, it doesn't matter. What you can do is just search for, let's say, if you're in weight loss, you can just search for weight loss. And by the way, you can find weight loss templates that are already done, and also content ideas. So Canva is good for both. Okay, so let's say you want to create an Instagram post. Just type in Instagram post, you get a ton of free templates. Some of them are not free because they may be using a stock photo that you need to pay for, but you can choose any other that says free here, and you already have a template done. So just use that. You don't need to create, the most amazing stuff right at first when you start your business. Okay, and these templates are really nice, really professional looking, right? So use Canva in that way. Now, I also use Copy AI, and I want to show you why. So first of all, right now I'm on a free plan because I'm testing it out, and I created a ton of content already because I'm a blogger also. So this is amazing for bloggers, for anyone who's creating content, which, if you ask me, we're all content creators. If you're in MLM business, if you have your own business or whatever, if you're online, you're creating content, and content is the focal point of your business. Well, besides your audience, obviously, but they're searching for content. And this is where a lot of entrepreneurs, they don't take content seriously just because they think, well, my audience, they don't look at my content that way. I don't need to create good content. It's just, I need to just be consistent. No, if you consistently put out, excuse my language, but crappy content, you're not going to achieve anything. So that's why I use this tool. Even though I just started using it, my mind was blown. So at first you get 100 credits for free. Then in the next month, you only get 10, which for bloggers is not enough. So I'm going to upgrade. Then if you want to upgrade, there's going to be my affiliate link down below, just so you know. I want to be transparent. So if you want to upgrade and you get Copy AI through my link, I'm going to make some commission at no extra cost to you. So you can pay annually, which would be $420. That comes to $35 per month, but you do pay $420 for a whole year ahead, or you can pay $49 per month, which I think this is a very good price for what you get inside, because you get unlimited credits and so on and so on. So you can create a ton of content, and not just for your social media, but also for sales, for emails, for, as you can see, there's a ton of options there, product description, for ads, startup tools, website, blog, la-di-da-di-da. But in this case, I just want to show you social media tool. As you can see underneath this topics, there's more tools. So yeah, there's a ton inside, but I'm just going to show you Instagram captions, okay? Because I don't want this video to be too long, which it already is, but okay. So I usually just skip this step and go right into this. So let's say your image for Instagram or for Facebook, you can use this on Facebook too. Let's say you're selling a social media content calendar. So here's an example, drinks for a beautiful summer day. So let's say my post is going to be about social media content calendar that helps busy entrepreneurs save time. Okay, let's say, right? Then you can choose a tone. So friendly, luxury, relaxed, la-di-da-di-da. Persuasive is really great when you're trying to sell something, but we're just going to use friendly and create copy. You wait a little bit so that it generates some copy, some captions. And for 1 credit, we just use 1 credit. We got all of this. It's not the best, not all of the content is the best, okay? So let's see. Have a to-do list you need us to add. This is definitely not something that I wanna share, but it starts really good. It gives me an idea. Have a long to-do list in your business and you have no time to create content, right? And I can create some sort of a content, social media content around that. So it gave me an idea, but it's not the best, you know. So we can remove it. Need ideas for what to share today. Get ideas. Okay, this is not the best. Get ideas from your scheduled post and let us do the rest. So what you could do is just choose this, need ideas for what to share today, and then change this part, you know, to whatever you want to change it to. So this is how it usually, you know, you need to feed it some more good information to get better results, but it gives you a ton of ideas. You can copy and paste. Sometimes it comes up with the best copy ever. So let's see this one. If you're like most entrepreneurs, you have a ton of ideas for your business, but not all the time to execute, which is actually really good. That's where we come in. So that's where I come in, because I'm not we, right? I would change this to that's where I come in. I craft social media content calendar. I created a social media content calendar that saves you time and helps grow your online presence. So this could actually work. See, it is simple as that. Okay, so you can get Copy AI down below through my affiliate link. You can test it out for free. Don't worry, you know, you're not going to pay anything. Just test it out and see if it works for you and your business. So let me stop sharing. This is all for me right now. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you're watching this on my blog, then leave them in the comment section below. So yeah, thank you again for watching this video and see you next time.